Smash or Pass, a game many of you have heard of and probably played yourselves. Personally, I've only ever played it at family gatherings, but today's different. Today, I'm gonna slickily solo queue into a Smash session myself. If you've seen my previous tier list, you may recall watching this video, which just so happens to be the first ever tier list I've produced. I completely raw dogged the commentary without a script, so I reckon I should do the exact same thing given this is the freaky finale. So without further ado, let's start smashing and passing these Overwatch heroes. And just like the OG tier list, we're gonna go in reverse. So let's start off with Zenyatta. Now to be honest, just by taking a glance at this man for half a trig second, I can already tell there's not too many exciting features featured on this fantastically fucking ugly ass man. The only thing slightly appetizing about Zenyatta's disgusting build are the 8 rolling testicles surrounding this man's disgustingly fucking obese forehead. Like seriously, why is his forehead actually massive? Like I don't know why people complain about Widowmaker hitting that shot in the cinematic, because with a forehead this big, even Trump shooter could hit that shit. And we all know how awful that man's aim was, and also how awful his hair was. Jesus Christ. Dude looks like how I'd imagine Stephen Hawking to look if he wasn't in a wheelchair. Let's get back to Zenyatta. Honestly, I don't think I'd smash Zenyatta, but I will say the way he's giving us that little fucking finger sign, I don't know how to explain that. What is that shit called? Like the fucking mint shit, you know what I mean? What the fuck? The way he's giving us that mint hand sign has got to make you wonder, what if you put your meat stick in that? Would he close it a little bit, give it some more grip, and then he could start, you know, going to town a little bit? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. To be honest, I've been rambling way too long. I'm just gonna start this shit off and put Zenyatta right in the pass tier. Fuck you. Next up, we got Mother Moira, and I don't care if she's nearly a foot taller than I am. I'm still mashing hams with this redhead son of a bitch. And to be honest, my head would perfectly align with her titties, which just makes it very convenient for me to roleplay as Homelander, because I'd be sucking up that Mother Moira's milk like it's nothing. So I think I'm gonna give Moira, by the way, look at this picture, it's absolutely beautiful. Sorry, let me get my hand away from the titties so you can actually see. I'm gonna give Mother Moira a solid smash tier, although I can see why you wouldn't smash her, because she probably smells like cat piss. But moving on. Next up we got Mercy, and if you've seen my first tier list, you know exactly where I'm gonna put her. But before I surprise you with my factual ranking, I suppose I should give some context onto my decision. Every time I see a Mercy in game, they always bless me with a beautiful butt plug of a staff right up my ass, which just so happens to keep my dumb ass alive the whole game as I make the most retarded decisions a man could make. And I love Mercy players for that, and I would never want to breach their bosoms since they've helped me through so much. And to be honest, I imagine every Mercy player to be like a fucking 40-year-old soccer mom, so honestly, since I'm not a cuck, I'm gonna have to slide Mercy into pass tier. It's gonna be very controversial, but I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. Next up we got Lucio, and don't let this photo deceive you, alright? Every photo of Lucio as a man is just boring and bland as shit, so I had to spice it up and give you a nice waifu version of Lucio. But the male version, the canonical version, is nothing that I want to tap into, although for some reason I just got the intrusive thought that what if I put my micro penis mangina straight in front of his boop? Like if he were to press his boop button with my balls right there, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna have an instant prostate orgasm? Oh my god, dude. Am I gonna have an instant prostate orgasm? Or is he just gonna blow my dick right off the bad way, like the gilding way? And to be honest, I think the latter is the more realistic option here, because if he can bump Bubba's fat ass off the map, I don't see why he couldn't bump my micro penis off the map. So I'm gonna put my boy straight in the pass tier. And I've seen your guys' comments. You thought I was gonna put every single one of these fuckers in Smash. No, I have priorities. You may not think this, but I do. So next up we got Lifeweaver, and as you all know, I don't know why I have to keep repeating myself. Obviously you know this, I've never said anything that's gay in my life, but I do not like penis. The only penis I like is my own, and I'm really happy with that small little scallywag. And if I were to ever see Lifeweaver's massive hog of a honker, I would probably just feel intimidated and fucking fall over and die or some shit, I don't know. But low-key, whenever I look at Lifeweaver and his beautiful abs, it kinda just makes me want to fall over and let him fucking, you know, life grip me. You already know this dude's got the most impeccable grip known to man, when he can literally grip the life out of you. But since I'm not gay, I'm gonna have to put my boy in Smash. Next up we got Kiriko. Now when I was younger, I used to want to be in cartoons like Adventure Time and Regular Show, since you know, they were my favorite cartoons. But I've never wanted to be in a cartoon as bad as Kiriko's cartoons. Just imagine if I was this bloke right now giving her back shot. They would be out of this world. If I was that man, maybe I would finally figure out what the fox says. That was so fucking stupid. Also, the way Kiriko fucking folds her feet together, what's that called? Like where you put your feet closer. You know what I'm talking about. I put it on screen. When women do that, and femboys, I don't discriminate here, it's got me tingling in my bosoms. And since that's a very prominent feature on Kiriko's beautiful Asian body, I'm gonna easily slide her straight into smash tier, because she deserves that shit. Also, don't mind this. Next up, we got Illari Clinton. And as long as Illari isn't speaking to me, since if you've seen the voice tier list, you can recall that I thought she sounded like a little kid, then we're working with something. Now, if I switched ethnicities, okay, I'm not gonna say that, because Illari's got that beautiful skin tone to her with that nice rounded, silky jawline with those lips that just puff out. Like whenever I imagine kissing her lips, I can just imagine it feels like I'm kissing a prolapsed anus, which, Jesus Christ, now that I think about that, probably does not sound good at all. But that wasn't meant to sound that bad. But everything about Illari's build is absolutely spectacular. I haven't really seen much of her without her armor, because for some reason the Roll 34 community for Illari is just absolutely lacking. Please change that shit. I can just imagine what everything looks like. So, with that being said, I'm gonna put Illari straight into smash tier. Next up, we got one of the thumbnail participants, Brigitte. And I'm sure you know exactly why she's in there, because Torbjorn was cooking up a motherfucker. Brigitte must have been one of Torbjorn's special superhero sperm cells, because god fucking damn did an absolute beaut come out of his dick. She's got the curves, she's got the voice, she's got the titties, she's got the abs, she's got the ass, she's got that red hair. Oh my god, dude. That shit will drive a man crazy. Speaking of crazy, you know what would be absolutely crazy? If every single one of y'all watching dropped me a follow on Instagram. If you get me to 1,000 followers, I'll drop the oldest video that is privated on my channel. And it just so happens to be my old face reveal from 6+ years ago. Now I look nothing like I do now, but it's still fucking cringy and funny as hell, so if you want to see it, get me to 1,000 followers. But enough of that. Let's get back to Brig. In my humbling opinion, Brig is by far one of the top 3 hottest heroes in the entire game. And we'll get to the other 2 later. Don't you worry your little short attention span spindles. Brig is almost as perfect as you can get. So I'm gonna smash her straight into slam tier. Next up is Baptiste. Now this hero is very sought after in the gay community for good reason, because he's got a nice creamy chocolatey build going on. I feel like every single time I have a Baptiste on my team, they're just guaranteed to be gay. And I probably only picture that because I watched this video, which is an absolute banger. You should watch this shit. And if I swung that way, I can certainly say that I definitely agree. I don't even know if you guys understood what I just said, but I was just trying to rhyme way too much shit. I've been listening to Eminem and Dr. Seuss way too much recently. So with all that said, it's time to put our first male character straight into smash tier. Oh yeah, I forgot I put him there. Next up, we got Anna. But don't get rid of the photo just yet. Take a nice gander at it before it disappears forever. And now that the video is demonetized, allow me to talk a little bit more about her without the devious photo up on screen. Usually when I do these videos, I refer to Anna's current state, where she has a few extra wrinkles than she did back then. But I'm going to be referring to young Anna this time around. Although I would definitely still smash old Anna, even if her lower lips disintegrated on my dick. But luckily we don't got to worry about that with young Anna. And we also don't gotta worry about all the wrinkles she's got around her. Cause Anna looks like a fucking CeraVe model. She looks like she would star in an acne face wash commercial. I don't know how the fuck her smooth is so skin. Dude, really? If anything's smooth, it's my fucking brain. Jesus Christ. At the time I'm recording this, it's like 1 in the morning, so I got a Coke next to me sipping on this shit. I'm trying not to lose my mind, so bear with me here. But Anna's definitely a little thickum. And if I look at her long enough, I'm gonna start laying some thick cum. So in order for me not to splooge all over my computer screen, I'm gonna slide Anna straight into smash tier. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Juno. I actually wrote some shit down in preparation for this, so allow me to quickly go over where I would place Juno in all the previous tier lists. So in terms of ass cheeks, she's an easy S. That's the only thing I've seen of her, other than her face. In terms of her honkers, you can just tell they're fucking massive if you just look at her armor, because she's got the titty shield similar to Brig and Pharah. So yeah, honkers are going to be another S tier. Her thighs are an easy A, because they gotta have some thickness to them to support them juicy ass fucking ass cheeks. Although I haven't seen her feet, I'm still gonna give them a B, because she's got those galactic goth mommy boots on. Could I beat Juno in a fight? Fuck no. I'd be too distracted jerking off. This one might be a bit controversial, but I'm gonna give her jawline a C, because I don't know, it's just a little weird looking. I'm also gonna give her voice a C, because it's really just not appealing to me. It almost sounds like she's under the water. I'm not even gonna give her a tier for armpits, because I have no idea what the fuck they look like. And finally, her abs are gonna be a B, because although I haven't seen them, I bet they're absolutely spectacular. So with all that said, I think you know exactly where she's going. Smash. Next up, we got Widowmaker. And do I really need to spend time on this woman? You already know where she's going. She hasn't been placed any lower than B tier throughout my entire series, so obviously I'm gonna give her smash. I mean, look at the photo I chose of her. What is that? She's putting her titties right in your fucking face. If I would have put that as the thumbnail of the titty tier list and it didn't get instantly age restricted, that shit would probably have like 14 bajillion views. But yeah, that's enough said. Widowmaker gets easy smash, no question. Next up we got Venture, and to be honest, Venture's hair is absolutely amazing. Like, the curliness is just fucking spectacular. I love that shit, so they get bonus points for that. Also, their tattoos, mint. In terms of ass, they got something. Yeah, and I'm definitely an ass guy, so I'm gonna put Venture straight into smash. Next up we got Tracer, and I almost want to put her in pass simply for the fact that I fucking hate every single one of you that play Tracer. It seems like every game I get in, there's a top 500 Tracer just violating my ass cheeks in the backline, while all I'm trying to do is just walk out of spawn after dying to your ass 15 times. Like, please guys, it's a quick play game. I just got off my fucking 14-hour shift. I just want to have fun on Overwatch, alright? I don't want to get fucking molested by you all game. And it doesn't help that you throw Cassidy's grenade like a bee's pubic hair in front of you now, so a Tracer could just blink away and then I'm just fucking rendered useless sitting there with my finger 14 feet up my ass. Like, it just sucks. I hate Tracer. Then again, she's hot as fuck, so I'm gonna have to give her an easy smash. Next up we got Torbjorn, and if we're referring to the photo I just showed you, Torb's easily going in smash. But the only reason I used that photo is because I didn't feel like using the same photo I use in every tier list for Torb, which is his beach skin. Torbjorn's low-key an ugly fucker, which makes me think, how the hell did he create Brigitte? Because Brigitte's a fine specimen, and Torbjorn's a failed abortion. Like, it's just not matching up. I don't get it. But because I'm midgetist, I'm gonna have to put this little person of a loser straight into pass. Next up we got Symmetra. I glazed the shit out of this woman in every tier list I'm in, simply due to the fact that her skin tone is the most beautiful skin tone out of every skin tone in the Skintonia. It's simply so silky that it makes me slobber out of my slanderous mouth. And similar to how I'm raw dogging this commentary, I would love it if Symmetra raw dogged my asshole. So I'm gonna slide this fine specimen of a woman straight into smash. And next up we got the woman that Symmetra goes hand in hand with, Sombra. Speaking of hand in hand, you already know where we're going with this. Enjoy the final picture of Sombra and Symmetra going hand in hand. Can't wait for this to be the most replayed part of the video. And while it's the most replayed part of the video, I think it'd be really funny to put an ad right now. That is, if this video even has ads. There's a pretty high chance it doesn't. You know when you walk into a strip club and you got all those basic strippers that are in the corner getting showered by 50-year-old virgins, but then out of the back room you got some Spanish looking lady walking out in these nice ass long heels, and she's got the stripper name Sexy Senorita. That's exactly what I'd imagine Sombra's stripper name to be. There's something about these fine Spanish women, they really get my root a tootin'. Sombra's definitely top 5 hottest in the entire game, which means she is easily getting a spot savored straight in S. I mean smash. Next up we got Soldier, and if I haven't already sounded gay as shit so far, allow me to just yeet all of my straightness out of the window and talk about how fucking hot Soldier is. Soldier's probably the biggest boomer in the entire lineup other than Reinhardt, since he's like 50 years old or something. That being said, he has to have a lot of experience when it comes to smashing and mashing, so why wouldn't he be a good smash? I also get the vibe that he's got an absolute fucking demon of a hog on him, but to figure out how big it actually is, you gotta watch this video. So with all this information out of the way, I'm gonna give Soldier a solid smash. Next up is Sojourn, and golly oh goodness, does this mistress have a nice ass build to her. Even if Sojourn's frame is entirely made out of metal, since she's a robot, that ain't gonna stop me from violently ham-boning onto her metallic ass cheeks. Then again, I probably wouldn't even get the chance of hitting that shit, she'd probably just rail me herself. But I'm not against trying new things, so I'm gonna give Sojourn a smash, although I ain't gonna be doing the smashing. Next up we got Reaper, and I reckon Reaper's raking in a solid rail stick of about 14.5 inches, although I said he was raking something different in the meat tier list. Reaper's got this very unique style to him that gives me the vibe that he smells absolutely exquisite and is also a very proper gentleman at the same time. Even if he looks like a gothic edgelord, I still get the vibe that he's very polite. I don't know why, he just seems like he'd treat me like a queen. But I'm not like the rest of the so-called queens, because instead of nice guys finishing last, I would let Reaper finish first straight onto my face, although I would most likely be the one finishing first. So I'm gonna give my boy a smash. Next up is Pharah, and just take a look at this picture. She's giving us a YouTuber lifestyle thumbnail of primarily her ass cheeks and beautiful thick thighs. But that's not gonna win me over. I don't just smash people because they look hot. All I care about is their personality at the end of the day. But I bet Pharah's personality is quite exquisite indeed. Because when you're up in the air floating as long as Pharah does, you have to have so much time to reflect about your entire life, which in terms makes you a more nice, down-to-earth person. Ironically, because, you know, she's not really down to earth, she's kind of up in the sky. Pharah is a very nice woman, I reckon, that also just happens to have the most beautiful frame in framing history. So in order for me to not have to step away for 10 seconds to let one loose, I'm gonna have to quickly put Pharah straight into smash. Next up is Mei. Now Mei's a thicker woman, which depending on how you look at it can be a good or a bad thing, but there's a lot more pros than there are cons about a thick woman. I mean, the most logical and obvious pro I can think of is that when it's cold outside, you can just wrap yourself inside of her fat rolls until you end up looking like a human circumcised penis. Bonus points if you shave your head and just have your forehead poking out. That way it actually looks like a penis. I don't know where the hell that came from, but looking at Mei, how can you not say smash? In the ass cheek tier list, I actually saw quite a bit of complaints about how I put Mei so high up on the list, where they're like, oh my god, she's so fat, like why would you place her so high? And it's like, dude, first off, she's not fat, she's poofy. And when somebody's poofy, that means they have a higher chance of having a bigger booty. And the bigger the booty, the bigger the boner. And when speaking about Mei, I would certainly love to bone her, so bone her I will when I put her in smash. But you know who's not going to smash in a million, billion, trillion, quadrillion years? Junkrat. Now before I go on a massive 14-minute long rant about Junkrat's ugliness, allow me to link a video in the top right of your screen where I rant about everything I hate about Junkrat. So if you're interested in watching me just absolutely violate Junkrat's booty cheeks the entire video, go ahead and click on that after this video's over. But when we're speaking about Junkrat, there's only two good things about this man: his abs and his jawline. The only way I could ever get any pleasure out of this ugly son of a bitch is if he put that pointed ass jawline straight onto my abdomen and that shit pierced through my stomach and went straight to my prostate. That's the only way I'm getting any pleasure out of this disgusting creature. There will absolutely be no firing into any holes when it comes to Junkrat. The only place Junkrat's getting fired is fired straight into pass. Next up we got Hanzo, and Hanzo's just a little handsome Japanese fella. First off, he's got the most beautiful artistic autistic tattoos I've ever seen in my life, and I'm an absolute whore, so he's already raising my wiener by a good 3 millimeters, which just so happens to be halfway to fully erect. Also, that little piece of hair that goes over his face adds so much depth to his face structure just by being such a little detail that is actually insane. It makes him look so much smexier. So I may be a bit biased when I say this, since you know he is my main, or he used to be my main before he got nerfed into the fucking dirt, but I'm gonna easily, and I mean easily, smash Hanzo. And next up is his brother. Now before I knew Genji actually had his human cock, I definitely would have passed on Genji, just because I'm not a big robot fan, and I also find him to be incredibly annoying in game, although it is kind of sexy when he pulls out that sword and just cremates half my team in half a nanosecond. But since I know he's got most of his human bits under his cyborgness, I think I have a lot more to work with now. So with that being said, I'm gonna give Hanzo's slightly younger brother a solid smash, which means that I've smashed all 3 of the Shimadas. Who would have guessed? Next up we got Ekchode. Now I don't really like robots like at all, as I said previously, but I make an exception when robots happen to be absolutely slim thick with a hip to waist ratio of 0.5. I now understand why Cassidy wanted to keep Echo instead of letting Ashe take her, because if he's hitting that, he's a lucky son of a bitch, I tell you what. She kind of reminds me of the robots in iRobot with Will Smith, which feeds into the question that I've always had since watching that movie as an infant. What would it be like to fuck one of those robots? So purely out of curiosity, I'm gonna have to give Echo a smash. Dude, my fucking Echo just went off. Speaking of smash, right off the bat, I'm gonna put Smashity McCree straight into smash tier, because he is an absolute fucking gem. From his voice, to his build, to his hair, to the cigar that is permanently attached to his fucking mouth, Cassidy is just the perfect male. Everything about this man portrays dominant, and that is exactly what I look for in a homo smash bro. So Cassidy's staying his ass straight in smash. Next up we got Bash. 10. And to be honest, I don't even have any jokes to make about Bastion. I'm not fucking smashing iron, dude. It's not happening. Okay, well, I would smash iron, but I'm not smashing iron, as in the metal. The back shots would actually sound like this. Bastion is unfortunately going to turn into a pass. Chen. Lastly, for the DPS heroes, we got Ashe. And she's another hero that's been blessed in the thumbnail for a very specific reason, because she is by far the #1 hero in terms of hotness in the entire Overwatch lineup. Not even Overwatch, the entire video game lineup. I'd say the only character hotter than Ashe would have to be Elvira from Infinite Warfare, because goddamn, she's still got the nicest honkers I've ever seen. Speaking of nice honkers, Ashe has definitely got some nice ass hoo-haws, and every time I see them hoo-haws, it makes me want to go ooh-rah. So there's really not much else for me to say about Ashe. She's just the dream smash. Who would have thought that Cassidy would have such good taste in women? Ashe, easy smash. Next up, we got Zarya. And I started off this series talking about how Zarya looks like a middle-aged band teacher, which I still agree with to a certain capacity. But now that I've had so much time to think about it, I don't know why I was considering a band teacher to be a bad thing. The only band teacher that I've ever had where I 100% would not smash was like this 70-year-old woman who couldn't even see 4 feet in front of her, similar to Joe Biden. Even then, there is a slight chance that I would have said smash. But Zarya is an absolute maniacal, mayhemic muscle mommy that just makes your meat stick mash up into a miraculous pile of moans. But the only thing moaning is going to be you when Zarya pegs the shit out of you, because you know damn well she's not letting you hit her. She will be the one smashing you, but that's fine by me, so she's going straight into smash. Now next up is Hammond, and if we're talking about regular canonical Hammond, he's easily going in pass, not a thought in my mind. But the photo I'm showing you right now is absolutely devious. Look at this man's thighs. Holy shit, dude. Who the fuck made this? Now I'm not into smashing animals, but by golly goodness, would I experiment with those beautiful hairy ass thighs. Like, this picture low-key reminds me of Japanese women, since you know I heard they don't shave their legs. I don't whatever. I would put him in smash, but I honestly, I can't bear living with myself having him in smash, so I'm just gonna put him in pass. Next up, we got Winton, and since Winton's a gorilla, he's obviously a massive alpha. Also pair that with the fact that he's the leader of Overwatch, and you got an absolute sigma male monkey man. But as we know, for some odd reason, Winton doesn't even have a dick. Like, he just got gilded by Blizzard for some reason. Like, there's not even a nub there to prove that his meat stick even existed at all. But I'm sure he still has a dung hole. In worst case scenario, I'll just let him use his ultimate and beat my Doonies down. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Winton straight into his new home, Smash tier. Next up is Sigma, and this photo is exactly what I would look like if Sigma ever buried his beautifully defined jawline straight into my rectum, cause that shit is so fucking pointy, it looks like it could pierce Minecraft bedrock. I don't know why they used Patrick Bateman as a Sigma meme when you got Sigma himself, cause not only is he secretly schizophrenic, but I reckon he could also give some serious sloppy toppy. So I'm gonna sneakily slide Sigma's succulent cheek straight into smash. And next up, we got the actual hottest hero in the game, Bubba. And real quick, if you're new to this channel, I need you to do me a favor. Every time you see a Roadhog in game, I want you to call him Bubba from now on. We're gonna make it a cult and legally change Roadhog's name to Bubba. And if this cult gets big enough, maybe it'll actually happen one day. So do your part. Spread the word. Speaking of spreading words, I would love to spread Bubba's big, beautiful ass belly button wide open and bury my face into his pocket lint, because my god does Bubba have the most attractive build in the game, because he's got that tattoo on his stomach, which is obviously going to give him more points. But not only that, he's clearly the most in shape hero in the entire game, and he also vapes, and everybody knows vaping is fucking awesome. So since Bubba has all these amazing 10 out of 10 features, I think the only option I can give this man is a smash. Man, I'm gonna miss talking about Bubba. This is probably the saddest part about ending this series. But next up, we got Reinhardt, and to be honest, I don't know who's older, Reinhardt or Soldier, and I don't really feel like looking it up, so I'm just gonna assume Reinhardt's older than him, which means he's gonna have a little bit more experience than Soldier. Reinhardt's a solid 7'4", which means he's got a lot of cracks and crevices to be discovered, and that's a very exciting trait to have when you have all these discoverable options there. So I'm gonna sexually slide Reinhardt straight into smash tier. Next up, we got Ramattra, and Ram's a very superb looking bloke. He's about as superb as an Omnic can possibly get. Then again, he's still an Omnic, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give Ramattra a smash. But that's only due to my beliefs. If you think Ramattra should be smash, by all means, you have the right to believe so. I mean, it's okay to be wrong, because it's understandable. I mean, he's a pretty good looking bloke. Like, I never thought I'd see a robot that has nicer hair than me. Dude's low-key the Bob Marley of Omnics. So I really want to put him in smash, but I can't bring myself to do it, so I'm going to have to keep him in pass. Now, next up, we got Orisa. Now, last I checked, I don't wear a pair of sunglasses, a fake wig, and a tapeable mustache on my upper lip. And I've also never used Twitch whispers to communicate with a minor. So I'm definitely not interested in smashing Orisa since she's only 2 years old. Although I'm sure if you asked a couple other YouTubers, they would be more than willing to accept your offer. But not your boy. So I'm gonna have to give Orisa a solid pass. Next up we got Mauga. And honestly, I just view Mauga as an inferior Bubba. Cause he's got a pretty similar build to Bubba, being a tall ass shredded burly man. But I just don't think Mauga can compete with Bubba in terms of hotness. Bubba will always be the superior tank in every category. That being said, Mauga does have more tattoos than Bubba, but I just don't think I can put Mauga on the same tier as Bubba. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put Mauga in pass, even if it doesn't feel 100% right. Next up is JQ, and she's very similar to Zarya in a way, that she is an absolute dummy muscle mommy. She's gotta be the hottest tank in the game right behind Bubba, cause there's not a single feature on her body that turns me away from her. I mean, she's got the rack, the abs, the ass, the blue hair, she's got everything. So the only thing left to give her is a solid smashing. And next up we got Doomfist. And I only gotta say one thing about Doomfist and one thing only. What that fist do. And to be honest, I don't really want to know what it does. Because if he used that thing in any sexual manner at all, the scene that follows is gonna look like I just bit 400 curbs simultaneously. The aftermath is gonna look like Robin from The Boys. It will not be pretty. So in order for me to actually live, I'm gonna have to do a solid pass on Doomfist. But lastly, we got D.Va. And to be honest, out of all the heroes today, D.Va is like the perfect match for me. I mean, we're both 19, we're both gamers, and we both have an unhealthy addiction to eating and drinking everything in sight. D.Va has a great personality, and by personality, I mean great ass. So I think the only proper place D.Va can go has to be in Smash. And that marks the finale of the tier list. But don't worry, Season 2 will arrive soon enough. And you may be wondering, what could I possibly rank next? Throughout all the lists, I've pretty much only ranked the heroes' physical traits. But in Season 2, we're going to be focusing on more psychological traits and more creative ideas in general. But don't go jumping out of your gamer seats yet. I'm taking a break from tier lists for a while, because let's be honest, they can get repetitive. So for my own sake, I'm going to be producing some different pussy quivering content for y'all to suckle on in the meantime. And I reckon y'all will love it, so stay tuned. Anyways, have one last look at Bubba before the video ends.